She probably would have done that anyway, so you know what?
Eventually you find yourselves going up an incline, as Julia, Andromeda, and Pete Moss all bring you up a hill. God, a series of names I did not expect to say in the same sentence. Julia, Andromeda, Pete Moss. You finally reach a dirt path, and the trees are now more separated. You're no longer in the grove. The moon shines through these spots in the canopy, and you realize you're closer to Mosswood now. And then you see your destination. A stone wall riddled with moss wrapped around the top of a hill. The dirt path leads you up to partially opened iron gates, and above them in iron reads, Moonlit Abbey Cemetery. May all be protected by the one and only. Inside is a very overgrown cemetery, though not uncared for, just purposely left to sort of do its thing. In some places, but not in a way that it obstructs, like, gravestones and such. The gate is creaking a bit, as one of the doors is, like, slightly off hinge. And the wind is blowing a little more briskly now. It's a little spooky.
I'm just gonna say that Paeris is very uneager to go into this cemetery. Is kind of waiting by the outside a little bit. How long can I do that for?
So you can do that as long as you, like, do you notice this?
That she's sticking behind?
Yeah.
I mean, Ellie probably is, like, still looking at the sky and then runs into something and then is like, oh, where...
Poppy's, like, probably following along. Like, Paeris probably sent Poppy after.
ahead.
I think she probably notices and turns around. You okay?
You are going in there.
Sure, why not?
That's just a little insane if you don't want to die again. Something might come and get you. You're not scared? Do you have some magic I don't know about?
Well, I mean, I was in the ground for a long time already, so I feel like at this point I don't have much to lose.
Julia comes over to you both and goes,
Oh, I know what's happening. History, silly. You weren't here before the curse.
Oh, okay.
There is a curse, but you don't have to worry about it tonight. Not here, anyway.
Removes hand from sword.
What's the curse? Does it apply to me, or was I grandfathered?
If you were, yeah. Basically, I think.
I guess I don't really care what it is
You
then.
probably could be someone's grandma.
How long were you gone dead for?
I don't know. I must have been kind of a while. My tree got very big.
I know you've been there for a while. I don't know the number of years, though. The Raven Queen can probably tell you that. Or, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Redacted.
The
masked
Vetoed.
lady could probably tell you that.
Yeah, I'm sure the masked lady knows a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, what's the curse? Do I need to do anything? Hop on one foot,
Well,
hold breath,
Dead
something?
people.
Yeah.
Like me.
If you're not worried about the end dead for some reason, I think you should be fine. But in this case, I'll go with you.
Am I an
That's gonna be
undead?
fine. That's a great question. Am I undead? I don't know. Let's just forget about it and go together. We'll figure
I
this
see
out.
dead people.
Julia just says,
The masked lady has the answers to all.
I'm looking over my shoulder again and just like glaring.
you don't see her, but you know she's there.
You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
So, you all enter this cemetery. And Julia and Andromeda and Pete Moss all enter. Pete Moss starts to float and finds a spot and sinks into the soil. This soil is at a site that looks like polished than most. However, I guess you guys wouldn't know this, but just as a general fact about cemeteries that I happen to know, if you use the expensive stone stuff, even the old stuff looks nice. But if you use the cheap stuff, the new stuff looks bad. So never judge a gravestone by its cover, quite literally.
So this would be a newer grave if it's fancy and shiny?
No, not necessarily.
That's what I just said.
It's just expensive.
You just know it's expensive, so you're not sure how old it is. Because this is made of white marble.
Okay.
And it's like really nice. There is some moss and lichen on it. But this marble thing is underneath a great tree. Not like Eliana's moon tree, but still a very big tree. So big that it looks like it's been here longer than the cemetery. And the roots sort of go under the stone wall a little bit, and the stone wall sort of goes over the root, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm describing it well.
I understand. What kind of tree is it? Does it?
Milori, what kind of tree is it?
What's its name? What's its flavor? It is a...
Lick it!
Oh, God. What kind of tree is it?
If it doesn't matter, that's fine.
It's just...
Can I make up, like, a type of tree?
Sure.
It is a Crestaville tree.
Crestaville.
Write that down.
I have to know for world things. So this this white marble monument is actually the statue of a girl.
Pretty.
And beside that statue is a smaller statue of a tiny flying squirrel that looks like peat moss.
Beat moss.
The girl is in a rather heroic pose. Gwilla, would you like to describe the statue in more detail?
Sure. Basically, the statue is depicted kneeling with one knee down and one propped up, with both palms facing towards the sky and face looking upwards with determination and also a very sorrowful glance.
Very nice. Is the physique, fair to say, like lean but muscular?
Yeah, basically as though the person that this represents maybe didn't often have a chance to eat as frequently as one should, but they were they still took very good care of their body. They are in very good shape. They look like they could fight really well and hold their own in a fight.
Thank you, Gwilla. Julia turns to you two.
All right. I know one of you wants to toss the marble. Who wants to do it?
She hands a sage green marble out, and it is glowing with that sort of ethereal glow.
You know what I'm gonna have to do? 13. Nothing. Yeah, so just 13. For Constitution.
Well, she
That does-
asked if you want it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it, so you grab it.
Okay.
Oh, gosh,
and
I
since she's
forgot a
offering
detail
it to
about the
you, you don't
statue.
have to roll sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
You have the
What'd you say,
marble.
Milori?
I forgot a detail about the statue.
Oh, say it.
The reason why the palms are placed facing upwards is because the weapon that person wielded was rested in the hands.
But it's
So-
not there now?
I think it would still be, but it looks kind of decrepit at this point.
It's been through shit. Is it
It's been
wooden?
through weather and it's been very much used, but it's you can still tell that it has some fighting spirit in it if it was given a bit of love again.
What is it?
It is a very twisted, kind of warped looking wooden staff that has some form of green stone-like gem pressed within the top curve of the wooden hilt at the top of it.
Ooh. Pretty.
Start drawing fan art, people.
I was just rolling for Constitution, by the way.
Yeah.
So I was holding myself back in that moment, is what I meant.
Oh, so you don't want to take
wait,
it.
yeah, you didn't take it because
So
you
I'm
rolled
trying
a
not
15.
to take it.
I'm a dummy.
Alright, when she doesn't, I'm like, oh, sure.
So you take this marble. It feels warm.
Ooh.
Like, not in a hot way, but in a, like a, ooh, this
Like
is
somebody
pleasant and-
somebody was sitting here before me kind of way.
Yeah.
Aw.
And it's glowing and sort of, you know what to do.
Yeet!
Yep. Yeah, you yeet the marble at the statue, and before it touches the statue, it bursts
Ooh,
into almost like green fireflies,
pretty.
and it seeps into the earth. And Julia just shouts, "Wakey, wakey!"
Good morning.
Now what?
May I have the phone so I can talk directly to Milori in case she can't hear the details? Hello, my love. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna address you as your character now.
Okay.
Gwilla.
I'll start trying to do the voice a little more seriously.
Don't worry about it. Gwilla, you hear a blast. And somehow, time starts to slow. There are many figures around you, racing, screaming. They all are sort of a blur and shadowed, but two stand out. One, your father, who has yet to realize in the second in time what is about to happen. And a figure who wasn't there before. She is in all black and wears a white mask. Again, on that sort of cellular level, every part of you knows who this is. And with the time you have left, the seconds, you use it to turn to look over your shoulder at your father with a look of great concern. Not because you're afraid to die. No. But because you know with your death, you leave him with no one. You lock eyes as the blast hits, and you see his eyes widen, his jaw drop as he shouts in protest, but it is far too late. Death comes swiftly, and she sweeps you up before you can feel the pain. But you now know your body has been blown badly. In fact, you still feel the gap. No, wait. You're barely anything now. Somewhere between the blast and now your vegetative body seeped and grew and spread to feed other forms of life around it. And though that is a beautiful thing, there is barely anything left of your original makeup under this statue. What is left of you crawls its way around the stone. You see the graveyard and the other figures, or feel them really, as you are only a plant at the moment, but you feel the lost parts of you race up this statue, and for some reason this statue feels perfect. It feels right. It feels perfectly proportionate to you. So with what little is left of you, you seep into the cracks of this statue and fill it, growing rapidly. To Ellie and Paeris, you see this statue start to be infested with moss and green roots that seep up from beneath it. Then everything is still. Suddenly a finger cracks. Then another. Then a whole hand. Joint by joint, crack by crack, the statue literally comes alive. It is both terrifying, but too bizarre to look away. Suddenly her head jerks up, almost involuntarily towards the moon, and she drops the weapon that was in her hand, and the moss and vines grow atop her head to sort of form like hair.
I'm gonna pick the sword, like the staff up. Be like, oh no, I gotta hand that back.
While this is happening, I'm gonna step in front of Eliana and like take my sword. I'm like ready to fight this thing. Like
That's so sweet.
tiny and ready to fight.
She then finally like hunches back down, like crack.
Definitely ready to fight.
Her moss hair kind of going in front of her face. And then she looks up and like stone eyelids blink. Gwilla, you are alive again. And Julia shouts, "Good morning!" What do you say?
Yep.
Great.
Brilliant.
Is this yours?
What?
Is this yours? Your stick? You dropped it.
I think that's mine.
Well, you were holding it, so I guess you should hold it again. Unless you don't feel like it. It's kind of just a cool stick.
I'm still trying to understand what is happening exactly.
Well, we're all discovering that we're coming back to life and that we all died. So,
Why does everything feel hard and cold?
does it not normally feel that way?
Some things feel like
No.
pudding. Like my
No.
dog. My dog felt like pudding. I kind of feel like pudding.
What is pudding?
Well, you see, it's this dessert. Oh, maybe this isn't the time.
Well, I think there's one person who can give us the answers, but she refuses to come out for some reason.
A raven like flies in your face and goes, "Ah!"
I just like call back like, "Wah!" Hobbits and halfling
The
sounds.
raven just like ruffles but flies away.
Oh, goodbye.
Gwilla, you start to hear cracking from behind you, and as you turn, you see Pete Moss is enchanting his little statue,
Oh, it's your friend.
and he tries to fly, but he's failing miserably because he is made of stone.
No.
But he manages to crawl up you. Did we agree he was going to take over his little statue? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, just making sure I'm describing this correctly and how you wanted this. He climbs up and onto your shoulder and does that same trill you used to hear, but now it's more echoey. And he
I
sort of
could try to
nuzzles into
mimic
you.
it. I think I know how to do the sound, actually.
Do it.
I love it.
That was delightful. You sound like a Pokemon.
I would like to druid craft a flower in your mossy hair.
You do that.
So
What kind of flower is it?
A good one.
A snowdrop?
Sure.
Oh,
I love snowdrops.
Perfect.
Wait, I love snowdrops.
yes, you're starting to remember little facts about yourself, but there are a lot of patches in your memory, Gwilla.
I guess a snowdrop is what wanted to come out.
I'm Julia.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm Paeris.
Ellie's looking at the sky.
Julia sort of pokes you.
Huh? Yes.
You gotta introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm Ellie. Eliana, but that's long.
I think it's beautiful, though.
Thank you.
You're all so nice.
You're all so tall.
Oh, I'm not very tall at all.
Yeah, I think Willa, out of the three of you currently, is probably the tallest.
Yeah, Gwilla is 6 foot.
Cool. Gwilla, your stone slab breaks, and underneath is what you presumed to have been your coffin, but there is nothing in it now. There's no one in it now, but all of your belongings are in there. Somebody very, very much cared about that and made sure that all of your things were there. Or maybe it was too painful to give them away.
Since I already rolled a Constitution throw, I'm not even gonna.
Yep, we're gonna assume you're not gonna steal her stuff.
Nope.
Willa, if you want to go through your things, you're welcome to, but I do think we want to get to Jillian's character rather quickly.
Okay, then I'll end it on one part then. I'll say that I went through them, but there was one particular item. It was a blindfold that had 2 magic runes sewn into each of the 2 areas on it. And as soon as I touched it, I kind of look at the rest and I was like, I have a faint feeling that the person who made this, I get this idea of a phrase being said to me, eyes unclouded, and it's a male voice. And I pick up the blindfold and I ask for my staff at that point, because I suggest that it might be good if I use that to kind of help me stand up, because I feel really heavy.
Paeris
This body
definitely
feels...
Give stick.
Yeah, we both.
Yeah.
Ellie gives you her stick, and I go over and offer a hand to you to help you up.
Yeah. I'm just gripping it with both hands, like kind of wobbling, like this body feels right, but it's not truly mine yet.
What does your skin feel like?
My skin feels like marble that, well, obviously it's sewn together. All of its cracks have been like pulled together by plants, so you can't see the plants internally anymore. The outer shell is just cracked stone. And it feels very smoothed out gravel, almost like soft sandpaper, like the kind of sand that you like to stand on, because it's not too rough. It's like soft, but at the same time it has a light coating of teal moss growing throughout it, so you can no longer really see the white or gray tones of the marble as much.
Can Paeris see your eyes?
My eyes are stone. I don't have irises.
Okay.
So as you were all helping Gwilla sort of get her bearings, you notice, though there were ravens before, Gwilla, a butterfly lands on your nose. A blue morpho butterfly just lands on your nose. It just stays there for a second. And it flutters away, but then goes into your hair.
Do you sneeze pebbles?
You could say that I sneeze and a little tuft of moss just suddenly pops onto my head and adds
Yes!
to the rest.
I love this.
Bless you.
Then
Thank you.
Paeris, a butterfly lands on your arm. The same kind of butterfly.
That's nice.
And then one on Eliana too.
Oh, hello.
I feel chosen.
Slowly but surely, more butterflies seem to enter the cemetery, and they all start to gravitate towards the back of the cemetery. Give me 1 second. The butterflies swarm in, and they all migrate to this building, almost like a butterfly infestation. And it is a stone entrance to a crypt. Julia turns to you all and says, "Last one."
Oh, well, that was a short walk.
You mean we get to follow them?
What'd you say?
I said, you mean we get to follow them?
Yeah.
Sure seems that way. Paeris, like, low-key blushes a bit.
Yeah. Julia tries the door and goes, "Oh." Her hand kind of goes through the knob. "Hey guys. Did someone open the door?"
Yep, I got it.
Can't you just walk through it? If your hand will go through.
Um,
Can I walk through it? Just like having an existential crisis.
You can try.
It looks like I can't, like, go in.
Weird.
maybe if you open the door I can. I don't know.
Yeah, I opened the door.
The door's locked.
Oh!
So there's
Lockpicking time? Oh.
so what you guys could either try to unlock it. A thief would do that. You could try to bust it down. A tank would do that. Or you could try to find a key. That sounds like a polite thing to do.
I will briefly look for a key, I suppose.
Roll investigation.
Can I lockpick?
You can roll lockpick.
Okay. 16.
16 to investigate.
12.
And your modifiers.
Dexterity.
Dexterity, thank you.
Dexterity and proficiency. So 2 plus dex.
Probably
16
6.
and then...
6.
And proficiency?
So your proficiency is 2 plus dex is 4, so that's 6.
Yeah.
And then plus, what'd you roll?
12.
12? So then it's a 18. You, and just goes, like, it hasn't been unlocked this way in a while. It might have been unlocked with a key recently, though.
So it just like puffed in my face.
It just puffed in your face, and now you have soot in your face.
I'm just like,
Ellie's over here like, I found a key.
Yes, you
well
eventually,
done.
you found a key.
It was in this bush.
You found it in the gravedigger's shed that was open.
Oh.
There's also a bunch of other tools in there, but they're not your goal right now. I could describe them, but let us carry on. There is a shovel.
There's a shovel that could come in handy. Oh wait, she's in a crypt. Never mind.
Shovels are handy, man. Anyway, so you have a key now. Add that to your inventory. Grave digger's key.
That sounds like a freaking punk band or something.
It does sound like a punk band.
Would I be -1 lockpick?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't usually track that shit though, do we?
No, I'm not gonna care about it.
I'm thinking like Skyrim, but yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
We don't care about that stuff as much.
Unlimited lockpicks.
Ammo, arrows.
Meh. So you successfully open this door, and once it is successfully open, it is just as dark and musty as one may imagine. Though this place seems to be well cared for, there is dust in some areas. The descending stairs start to be flooded with these butterflies. They all go, it's sort of like a tornado of blue, and swarm through the crypt.
Gwilla starts clapping.
Oh, adorable.
It's very like hard clap because
Like
Yeah,
clock,
it's
clock,
like
clock.
doing someone like trying to jump a little and like clapping, like getting all excited.
Dum, dum, dum. I love that.
Descending the stairs. I'm assuming you're all descending the stairs.
Is Julia still stuck outside?
She tries to go through now, and it seems like once one of you has stepped through, she can.
Okay.
But she is starting to look tired.
Oh no.
I'm gonna stay back with her, just in case.
She seems to appreciate this. She just sort of smiles at you sleepily and goes,
I'm gonna like take her hand gently and drag her with me.
She sort of yawns. It's like that scene in Ponyo.
Oh.
You know?
Don't worry, we'll get you to bed soon.
Descending down the stairs, you all remain relatively undisturbed, save for a scare or two from some rats. And I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me real fast.
Ooh. I don't
21.
die.
21.
21.
I forget.
Oh, wait,
We
just
mostly
kidding.
just rolled
Not
the
20,
d20
19.
for
A
that too,
D20
right?
plus your dexterity modifier.
21.
My dexterity modifier is +0.
Okay, so it's just a flat D20. What did you say, Mary Jo?
Okay.
I got 19.
19, 21, 21,
Oh,
21, 19.
I dropped it off.
No!
Are you okay?
I got a 13.
13. So, Paeris, you see it first. you dodge. Though it probably wasn't going to hit you anyway, because it was going for the taller folks.
So just like,
And then Eliana, you see Paeris dodge go, and sort of move out of the way. And before poor Gwilla can realize what just happened, she's like, "Why are you all ah?" And a bat just hits her flat in the face,
Oh dear.
and it's like beating its wings on her
Just like
cheekbones now.
Can I like chew it?
Yeah, you guys can.
Wait, no, don't. Oh, he's cute.
Oh, okay.
Gwilla's just
I
loving
just
this.
gently,
Like,
pick him up by the scruff and just, hold him out till he, starts flapping again and then release gently.
Roll animal handling.
Oh.
Okay, I don't actually know what that is for me.
It's under your skill proficiencies. It's next to the big number stats.
It should be a wisdom modifier.
yes.
So roll a d20 and then add your wisdom.
Or any proficiency you have it.
Okay, roll a d20, add wisdom.
And I think you do have animal handling. So just
Okay, I got 17 total.
17 total. So
Yes.
this bat was originally gonna scree at you and flap its wings aggressively to assert dominance, but the sheer gentleness that comes out of your surprisingly stoic figure sort of entrances it, and it feels welcomed, and it decides that your hair is a very good place to hang out.
Oh.
And so it's just kind of munching on moss, even though it doesn't eat moss. It's just sort of...
It feels right.
It feels right. It almost feels like it's got a binky, like a baby in a binky. Like,
That's so cute. I feel like this is something I shouldn't be watching.
That bat has been neutralized.